We'll continue the development of telecommunication system. Next topic is echoes. In echoes diagram, you can see the listener echo, talker echo, and the singing path. In a four-wire circuit, an imperfect line balance causes part of the signal energy transmitted in one direction to return in the other. The signal reflected to the speaker's end at the circuit is called talker echo, and that at the listener end is called the listener echo. The echo and the singing path in the four-wire circuit is as shown in the figure. The attenuation between the two-wire line and the four-wire line and the vice versa is to be 3 decibels. Thus, the total attenuation from one two-wire circuit to the other is L2 is equal to 6 minus G4 decibels, where G4 is net gain of one side of the four-wire circuit. The attenuation through the hybrid transformer from one side of the four-wire circuit to the other is called trans-hybrid loss. It occurs due to impedance mismatch between two-wire line and the balance network is called balance return loss, that is BRL. This loss is 6 plus B, where B is equal to 20 log base 10 n plus Z divided by n minus Z, where Z is impedance of the two-wire line and n is impedance of the balance network. Bandwidth. The minimum bandwidth required to transmit a signal at B baud is given by W minimum is equal to 1 by 2 B. If we pass this signal through the low pass filter, it is possible to detect every pulse without error. That is, there is no inter-symbol interference. It is not possible to obtain the ideal low pass filter characteristics. If the gain of the channel changes from unity to 0 over a band of frequency, a Nyquist showed that 0 ISI can be obtained. If the gain or frequency response is f is equal to b by 2 and f is equal to b, this occupies twice the minimum bandwidth. Equalization. Digital transmission can use gain and the phase equalization to obtain negligible ISI. Time domain equalizer designed on a basis of impulse response, example transversal equalizer. If the characteristic of the transmission path change with the time, such an equalizer may adjust itself automatically. Such equalizer is called as adaptive equalizer. Noise. In this figure shows the first figure shows unipolar binary signal and second figure shows bipolar binary signal. So here in both the diagrams you can see decision level, that is first diagram it is V by 2 and second diagram it is decision level is 0. The advantage of the PCM is that it is possible to obtain good transmission in presence of severe crosstalk and noise. In binary transmission, we detect only the presence or the absence of each pulse. Unipolar signal is as shown in the figure A. For unipolar binary signal, the receiver compares the signal voltages Vs with a threshold voltage of V by 2 if the noise voltage Vn is added. Error occurs if Vn is greater than Va by 2, if Vn has a Gaussian probability density distribution. If the bipolar signal shown in the figure B, an error occurs if Vn is greater than V. The variation of error probability with SNR for a unipolar binary signal distributed by Gaussian noise is as shown in the figure. To reduce the noise effect in digital transmission, regenerative repeaters used instead of analog amplifiers. So figure shows the error probability versus signal to distributed ratio in decibels. So this is error rate for the transmission of unipolar binary signal. Jitter. The local oscillator synchronized to digit rate determines the pulses which are transmitted by a regenerative repeaters and is extracted from received waveform. Change or variation in the extracted frequency can cause a periodic variation of the times of regenerated pulse known as jitter. The tolerance of jitter of any subsequent equipment in a link must therefore exceed the amount of jitter produced by preceding equipment. Long-term variation in the times of the regenerated pulses due to changes in propagation time is known as wonder. FDM, that is frequency division multiplexing. The frequency band is divided into distinct bands. In FDM transmission, a number of baseband channels are sent over a common wideband transmission path. Here each channel is modulated with different carrier frequency. Such systems are called multi-channel carrier systems. A channel translating equipment to multiplex 12 channels is as shown in the figure. So principal operation, you can see the diagram. So two-wire transmission circuit, two-wire baseband circuit is the input and the input signal is modulated signal. So we'll explain like this. Baseband signal FM is greater than 0 and less than FM from an audio frequency circuit is applied to a balanced modulator with a carrier frequency FC. The output of the modulator is a double sideband suppressed carrier signal. Input of the bandpass filter, this will suppress the upper sideband FC plus FM and transmit the lower sideband FC minus FM. At the receiving end, incoming signal is applied to the bank of bandpass filter, each of which selects frequency band containing the signal of one channel at a time. This signal is applied to a modulator supplied with the carrier frequency FC and the output consisting of baseband signal and the unwanted high frequency components. Unwanted high frequency components are suppressed by low pass filter and the baseband signal is transmitted to the audio frequency circuit. The baseband and the standard basic group of 12 channels is as shown in figure.